73 volleyball.
It was a bad omen from then on. Back here at the arena for the women's volleyball tournament of the UAP 73rd season. Second round ongoing. The matchup between UST and UE, the second game of our Saturday doubleheader. And the first time these two teams met, first set was 25-7. This one a little better for UE, 25-14.
Yes, remember, yung first outing nila, the best set was at 14 points for UE.
Yun na yun, oh.
Yun na. And look at the attack points of USC with 13. And this is actually, that's not NU. It's UE with 9 attacks in this game. And let's see if ang UE naman on the other side will improve their scoring. Now they start with 14 points. So let's see kung matataas na naman nila to against UST.
At papasok na raw yan si Tigresses. In the meantime, we always try to update you with everything that goes around in the UAP. Ito, baseball naman ang pag-uusapan natin. Katatapos lang nung softball competition. Of course, the UAP football competition is also ongoing. This time, it's the baseball competition that we're showing. We try to keep you abreast of what goes on. And of course, ABS-CBN Sports ang naghahatid sa inyo yan. Ano po ang ating champion at ang mga UST over National
Jeff
U.
ba to? Ang happy, so I guess.
Saka yun, yung mga bago uniforme ng sinasabi ko kasi nung start of the basketball season that they're trying to change the whole NU thing. They don't want to be called NU in a National U. And you saw it in that uniform. Really nice-looking uniforms for National U. Trying to strengthen their whole sports program with Coach Janelle Baculi at the helm. Coach Bobby
raises
Parks.
up your confidence. When you have a nice new uniform, ang lakas din ng dating eh, di ba? When you're present inside the court. Remember when we first saw NU here in the women's volleyball, the UAAP, talagang lahat tayo, oh, ganda na yung uniform ah. And sumunod yung game nila, gumanda rin.
Correct, yes. And the program, I mean, they've had the program there now. So,
for
isa
sure.
pa yun. Isa pa yung nakaka-boost. Maybe that's what UE needs, a boost in Tigresses now in the game for the very first time to start off the second set as Amar wallops that one. Lefty Caballero rather, from the UE side. Caballero plays for UST. They set up to Amar once again. Checked by Caballero. All right, let's check in with Man Panganiban. Man?
After that game against UP, let me tell you a little secret. Coach Shaq was really furious that he chose not to talk with the girls yet and just wait for himself to cool down. And according to him, binuhos niya lahat ng galit niya sa ensayo, and I can imagine that. This team has to realize early on that in this particular juncture of the season, it's not about going to the Final Four, not just about that, but it's actually more of the quality of game they execute. And just an injury update, Boom. Aside from Maizo, Banatikla is still nursing a left ankle sprain. And I had a talk with the resident physical therapist, and she said aside from the ankle sprain, there is a bone spur growing off of the sprain due to continuous jumping that builds up pressure in the specific area where the bone is growing. So Boom, let me just break it down to you. May tumutubong extra buto sa left ankle ni Maru where she is currently she currently has a sprain. So if you are familiar with Grant Hill, what he had before, well, it's pretty much like it. Boom and Modi.
Bone spurs are always painful. Bone spurs, when they come out,
so
painful.
if they grow and,
if they grow.
and you step on it, talagang the pain is there and you really have to remove it. And eventually you have to remove it.
Correct. Attacker pa naman to si Banatikla, who's been playing with that sprain already for almost 2 weeks. There were signs that she looked better in the last 2 games already. She wasn't as hobbling as she was previously, but still, yun nga.
If you keep on playing, actually, that bone spur is because of siguro ilang times na siya na-sprain.
Yes,
that's why it grew.
Yes.
Now, if you keep on playing, it will just grow and grow.
It's inevitable, and at some point, you'll have to
remove
get it out. And hopefully, she survives this season with that bone spur. But first, let's check in with the UE side, Ricky Flores.
Sakto, Boom, that you and Ann were talking about that UP and UST game last week. Actually, Actually, you know what? Coach Vanji was banking on that loss to jump UST early today. And since that didn't go very well, these UE Lady Warriors are going to plan B, which is to work doubly hard. Coach Vanji told the girls na wala silang mapapala kung nagkakanya-kanya sila. She told her libero to improve coverage, and she let her girls go by telling them, sikapin nyo i-block si Aiza Maizo at si Ortiz. Pag hinayaan nyo uminit si Banatikla, we're gonna have a problem. Boom and Mosey?
Buti na lang, si Banatikla hindi pa naglalaro. Problemahin muna nila si Aiza. Yan, no?
Siguro wag natin problemahin yung wala sa court.
Maizo and Ortiz, like I said, and look at this wrist. This is a perfect angle to look at that slap. Oh, look at it. It's a thing of beauty, Mosey.
And you know, that's from an underhand set.
It's a great point, which is harder to control, obviously. Oh, there, Dizon with a rare.
And through the blockers, the tall blockers of UST.
Galit si Maizo kay Hirotsui.
Paano mo pinadaan yan? Laki mo.
Staying toe-to-toe here, 3 serving 5. Bakulangan again. Maizo has been on top of that ball every single time. Me and Ann were talking about how Maizo probably, and this is an exaggeration, but you probably could go to her in the game 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times she'll kill that ball.
Yun yung percentage that Aiza Maizo brings.
Taas.
Oh, just like that, ang bilis nung thinking. It went for the second ball, but UE, great defense. Oh, and Dizon with an error on the attack.
7 serving 3. It is Amar on deck for the defending champions, UST Tigresses. Dizon, second in a row for her.
Down the line hit. Dizon now heavily scoring for UE.
So the lead is down to 3. 4 serving 7. And able to send that ball back, which sets up Aiza Maizo again.
Once again, Aiza Maizo.
Kumbaga sa basketball, she has not missed. She's on fire today, and her team in the lead, 8-4. Coach Shaq and his girls have pocketed set number 1. Now they're in the lead by 4. They're at set number 2 to try to get to 8-3. Still at solo second, but if you missed what we said, at the top of the coverage, losing 3 out of their last 4. And I forgot to mention, that was another 5-setter. Their, I believe, 5th 5-setter so far.
UST had a lot of 5-setters in this
Pahirapan
tournament.
talaga, no? Panalo man o talo, lumilima eh.
That's why they're very tired.
Yep.
There's the point.
Yun yung lagi nila sinasabi. They're tired. Hindi because of yun nga combination of those activities
School pa.
plus yung practice.
As your own school requirements, of course.
Does she play about twice a week?
But that's also the reason why they should finish their games early para hindi na sila ma-extend ng...
And I think they should also look at the program. Because when you set a program to any sport, it has to be a yearly thing or maybe extended. And depends on which sport you're in. So kailangan yan all year round, you know, para yung players rin are not going to be injured. They will peak on time. Diba, ganun eh. You have to take that into consideration. See the last point made by UST, much to the delight of my friend Melvin Pasay. And of course, welcome home, Marco. Mga players ng Lasal yan before.
Nasaan sila? Nanonood ba ngayon?
Oo, nanonood. Lagi.
Salamat.
Mga volleyball players.
Dati ng Lasal.
Yep.
Lori Longalo.
This time, ito eh, you know, UE has to find those ways how they can score the point, go around the block of the tall blockers of UST.
Hindi sila pwede makipagsabayan, obviously.
Yun, hindi talaga.
You have to be creative. One of the best receivers also in the league, Aiza Maizo, which is a really not a surprise, but an interesting fact because of her height. You know, she's still able to move laterally. Sometimes you actually think, oh, this girl's a slow girl, but her athleticism is kind of like deceiving.
So I think that again, this time, the blockers of UST winning that point. Yan yung sinasabi mo na wag makipagsabayan. Tatlo na yung blockers in front of you na malalaki. I think, just like that, off speed coming from Kite Rosales.
Another point.
Answered back by USC as they get that point.
All smiles from the USC side as they lead 5 here, 12 serving 7.
That's an ace.
Misreception. Extend the lead to 6.